Here we go. Hello.
Hi, Sue. How are you? Lovely to see
Good. How are
you.
you? Oh, I'm down here. I think I might be a bit low. How's life?
Yeah, good, thanks. I'm in Porto at the moment. My last day in Portugal. And then I
Nice.
fly to Germany this afternoon. Yeah. So,
And are you
yeah.
playing this week?
No, next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And you go
Yeah,
to
Portugal's
see
been
Willie?
amazing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, really like Portugal. Cool country.
Yes, I've heard that it's really good.
Yeah. Beautiful cities and beautiful nature, amazing nature as well.
Oh,
So we had a mix of both cities and some lovely time in rural, nature-based Portugal as well. So that's been awesome. Yeah, amazing.
yes,
Uh,
good.
I'm in my hotel room, which is very pink.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah, awesome.
Oh, good.
Hi, Serena.
Fantastic.
Hi,
Hello.
Georgie. We're just going to begin with some tapping, actually. We're going to give our bodies a good tap and just get the blood circulating, starting with the arms, the hands, and then coming across onto the other arm, going down the front of the arm, up the back of the arm, the side of the arm, just getting all that stagnant chi and energy that may have built up over the day, doing it on the back as far up as you can, around the front, over the chest, down the sides of the legs, up on the inside of the legs, down the front of the legs, down to the ankles and the tops of the feet, giving everything a really good tap. Waking up energy in our body. And then coming over the head, back of the neck, the face, gently tapping, crown of the head, the neck, and then just letting it all go with a good shake, getting it all out. Beautiful. And then we're going to do what's called sweeping the grass. And this is a really nice one just to give us a little bit of energy. I don't know how your days have been back home in New Zealand, but just a little bit of energy to elevate us ready for today's session. So we just take our gentle fists in front of us at shoulder height, and then we're just going to bend down and sweep the grass, like we're sweeping the grass and then coming back up. So we breathe in and then breathe out as we sweep the grass. Nice, soft, bent knees, no straight legs, just really allowing that to flow. Breathing in as we come up and out through the mouth as we go down. Let's do 5 more of those. One more. And then back down. Beautiful. Just bringing a bit of energy into the body, and we're going to bow in to start the class as we always do with Qigong. So feet at 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock with a small gap in between. And we take our hands and place them at the side of our thighs, and our thumbs are facing towards the back. We roll onto the thumbs. We bring the left hand under the right hand with our 2 thumbs connected in front of our belly button or our lower dantian. We take a gentle fist with the left hand and then cover it with the right. And then bringing those hands back towards our heart. and back down to the beginning. So we're just going to get ourselves into the right posture for today. So we take our right foot up against our left toe at a right angle, and then we swivel the right foot on the right toe, and we should be about shoulder distance, hip distance apart with our legs. Just make sure the inside of your feet are parallel, and just placing a little bit more weight on the balls of your feet, which is our kidney 1 point. But your heels are still on the ground, so you're lighter on the heels and a little bit more weight on the balls of the feet. And then we're just relaxing our arms and our shoulders. There's a slight hollow of the hands by our sides. Then we bring our knees in, touching each other, and then bring them out. And then standing back up. And as we stand back up, we tuck the tailbone under, putting that weight on the balls of the feet, and taking a nice deep breath into the belly and into the chest. And breathing out. Bring your elbows forward and bring your elbows back, stretching back. That's right. Bring our shoulders forward and our shoulders back, stretching our clavicles right back, and then our hands back by our sides again. And here we're just going to relax into our hollowed armpits, hollowed hands. We're going to have our tongue in the roof of our mouth. Our chin is slightly back towards our chest, and we're connecting our head string from our crown of our head up into the universe. So feel like you're being pulled up by your head string and grounded on the earth with your feet. Taking 3 breaths here. Looking straight ahead. And then placing your right hand on your belly with your left hand on top. Just taking a slight bend in the knees as if you're about to sit down on the stool. And we're going to take a breath in through the nose here. And then we hold our breath as we stand back up. And then we breathe out as we come back down. Breathing in. Standing up, holding the breath, and breathing out. It's a very brief breath hold. And one more time, breathing in. Standing up. And then breathing back down again. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring our fingertips together in front of our belly, so like this. And then we're going to turn our hands back towards each other. We're going to breathe in and then breathe out through the mouth as we open our hands. Breathing in, bringing all the good chi back in. Turning our hands back towards each other and breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Beautiful. Okay. That's our opening and closing sequence that I tend to always bring in, which sets us up with our posture. It sets us up with our breath. And it sets us up by removing any of that stagnant chi that may be, and then bringing the good chi back into to us with the hands opening and closing. So today I'm going to start with the 5th element, one of the elements from the 5 elements series, and this is the heart element, or also known as the fire element, which is our heart. So this exercise requires us to turn from left to, I'm going to show you, we bring our hands up I'm going to mirror you. So I'm going to turn to the right. I bring my right hand up and my left hand up, but my left hand up, sorry. Yes, my left hand is vertical and the right hand is horizontal. I'm going to show you that to the front. Can you see how I've got my hands there like that? So whichever way we're turning, if we're turning to the right, then the right hand is horizontal and the left hand is upright. And if we're turning to the right, sorry, the left, then the left hand is horizontal and the right hand is up, like that. Okay, so I'm going to start on the right hand side. I'm going to mirror you. We bring our hands up and we turn to face the right side. And then we push the left hand forward like this. And then what we do is we turn back to the front and then bring the right hand over the left arm, not touching it, and back down to the beginning. And then we do the opposite way, where we turn to the left. So as we turn, we're rotating the hips. Left hand is horizontal, right hand is upright, and we push forward with the right hand. And then we turn back around and we bring the left hand over the right hand and back down to the beginning again. And then we turn the opposite way. So now we're turning to the right. Our right hand is horizontal. The left hand is upright. We push the left hand forward. And then we leave our arms exactly how they are. And then as we turn to the front, we bring the right hand over the left arm. Okay, and then the opposite side. And so pushing the right hand out, then turning back to the center, and then bringing the other hand over the arm and back down to the beginning. So why we're doing this is as we bring our hand over the side of the arm, that is activating the heart meridian, which is also associated with the small intestine. So now we go the opposite way, pushing the left hand forward, turning back to the center, and bringing it down. Is that making sense to you guys okay? Yeah, okay. So we bring our hands not right close to our face and not too far out, just maybe about, I'm going to say 15 centimeters from the front of your face. You then push the hand out, but don't straighten it completely. Just make sure that hand has still a little bit of a bend in it. And then you rotate the body back to the front and bring the hand over the arm and back down to the beginning. Turning the other way. I'm going to do this from the side so you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to turn to the right side. I push the left hand forward, and then I rotate the body back, and then bring the right hand over the left arm and back down to the start. The opposite way, pushing the right arm out, turning back to the start, to the front, and then bringing my left hand over my right arm and back down to the start. The other thing with Qigong is not to try too hard. Do your best. That's all I'm trying to say. I know it might be a little bit like, oh, this is a little bit hard and I'm not sure if I've got it right. Doesn't matter. Just do your best is all I can say. I've been watching some really good Qigong teachers online and it's, yeah, just do your best. There's no perfection in Qigong. So let's just flow with that a little bit more. We're going to just check your foot position. And the other thing is rotating the hips to enable the turn to happen. So if we're turning to the right side, for example, we rotate, we bring our left hip forward to help us bring us around, and then pushing the arm out. Bring back down to the start. And when you rotate, you're rotating back to the middle when you come back. Then the other side. Left arm is horizontal, right arm is upright, pushing the right arm out gently, then rotating the body back to the front again. That's great. You've got it, guys. Now to the other side. Rotating the hips back to the front, bringing the right arm over the left arm and back down to the start. And to the other side, to the left. Pushing, coming back to the center point and bringing the hand over the side of the arm, activating that heart meridian and back down to the start. And to the other side. Now to the right, we push the left hand out, then we rotate back to the front and bringing the right hand over the left arm and back down to the beginning. And the breath, basically a 4-part breath. So we turn to the, whichever side you're turning to is an in breath. You push the arm out is the out breath. You rotate back and it's the in breath. And then as you bring your hand over down the arm, it's an out breath. So it's a 4-part breath. So breathing in as you turn, breathing out as you push the arm out, breathing in as you rotate back to the front, and breathing out as you bring the hand over the arm. Okay, let's just do one more to each side. Breathing in, breathing out, you push the hand out, breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. Okay, and I'll just explain a little bit about this exercise. So the heart exercise or the fire element. So why this is an important one to do is it's bringing our consciousness back into our heart, or our spirit back into our heart. So in Chinese medicine, they believe that the sheen or the spirit is held in the heart. And when it leaves our heart, that's when we can get a little bit confused, a little bit discombobulated, a little bit anxious or stressed. And so this exercise is all about bringing our sheen back into our heart. Okay, the next exercise I'm going to share with you is rowing the boat in the middle of the lake. And this one relates to our spleen. And this one, just checking that you've got your feet the right distance apart, tucking your tailbone, a little bit of weight on the balls of the feet. And this one is a nice simple one where we start in starting position. We always start in starting position with our hands facing the earth so that our palms are connecting us to our earth, our feet are connected to the earth, and our head strings connected to the universe. This one we just slightly bend down as if we're about to sit on a stool. We open the hands, turn the palms to the front, open the hands and do a nice big circle, big arch, and then bring the hands back down to the front again. So we're breathing in with the big circle and then breathing out as we come back down. I'll do that from the side. It's like I'm sitting down on the stool, not bending forward, not bending back, just sitting down. I open the palms to the front of the room. I do a nice big circle. I come back up and then I bring the hands down the front and bend back down. So it's creating nice big circles, breathing in and out. in and out. Breathing in and out. In. So as we raise our hands up, it's like we're floating up and then coming back down, grounded. Breathing in, nice big circle. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed, nice slight bend in the arms. And breathing out as you bring the hands down. Breathing in and out. And so why is the spleen exercise so important? The spleen is a really key organ. It has a whole lot of functions, the spleen. Firstly, it takes the energy from the food that is digested from the stomach. So the spleen and the stomach are like, the spleen is the yin organ and the stomach is the yang organ. So it takes the energy from the food. It also gives energy into our extremities, into our limbs. Really important. And the other key thing about the spleen is it relates to our cognition, to our eyesight. It has many different functions that is vitally important. All our organs work together. In some capacity, they are working together, feeding each other with energy, exchanging the energy, supporting each other in their functions. This is why Qigong is such an incredibly important practice. Allows our energy to flow, free flow through our body. It unblocks blockages within our meridians. It enables our organs to function at their best capacity. And when our organs are dysfunctional, that's when we often get the disease or unwell or sickness, or we're just out of sorts in some way. Breathing in and out. Keeping everything really relaxed and just focusing on being here now. Using our breath as our anchor to bring us back into the present space. Okay, and let's do 5 more of these. Breathing in. Nice big circle, soft circle with the arms, and then bringing them down the front as we breathe out. In and out. In and out. 2 more. And out. And last one. And back down. And now we're going into wave hands over the lake. This one relates to our kidneys and our lungs. And this one regulates our nervous system and our breathing patterns. And it's really what looks like the simplest of all the exercises. But there are many ways you can do this exercise. And it's such a powerful exercise, this one. And you all know this one by now. That's basically we bring our hands up to shoulder height. And then we bring them back down again. The key with this is it's almost as we breathe in, we're inflating. And then deflating as our hands come back down. Breathing in. Do it from the side. There's always a gentle bend in the arms. As soon as we create straight arms, we create tension. But when everything is soft, a slight bend in the knees, just a gentle bend. Also, the legs are never straight. They're always just soft. Allowing the chi to flow through the body. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, even though we're using our shoulders and our arm muscles. Eventually with Qigong, what happens is the energy moves us, not the muscles. This takes practice and time, but when you feel it, it's quite incredible, and it's just like everything's floating, energy's moving everything, not your muscles. So the kidneys are the batteries of our body. And so when our kidneys are depleted of energy, that's often when we're tired, we're fatigued. Often when you have lower back pain, it's because your kidneys are depleted of energy versus that it's muscular or skeletal. Sometimes when you just get that ache, lower back, it's often because the kidneys need to be recharged. And this is a particularly good exercise for that. The kidneys is also getting the energy from the oxygen that comes through our lungs. It's an exchange of energy between the lungs to the kidneys and the kidneys to the lungs. Okay, let's do 5 more. Breathing in and out. And 2 more. Breathing in and out. And last one. Breathing in and out. Okay. The final exercise I'm going to share with you today is called Wave Clouds with Hands. I might start sideways, actually. I bring my left hand up, and that comes towards my face. And then I extend that hand out to the other side, and the other hand follows in a circle. And then this one extends out, the hand comes down, the other one comes up, passes the face, the palm is facing, and then it extends out to the other side with the other one following. I'm going to do it from the front as well. So I bring this one up, towards the face. It extends out. The palm comes down and the other one follows. So it's like these big circles. Palm comes up. Weight onto the other side. You're double weighted, but as you move from side to side, the opposite, you put your weight onto the left if your hand is going out to the right. When the hand is extended out, the palm comes down, the other one then follows, comes with a big circle out to the side. So if I was to do this quickly, guys, just so you can see, it's like these circles. Not that we're going to do it quickly, but it just gives you an idea of the sort of the rotation and the movement from side to side. But we do that slowly. I bring my hand out to the left, comes across, and then it extends out with the other hand following. So there's this point when the palm is down, the palm of the right hand is down, the left hand comes across, and then exchanges out to the opposite side. So this is a liver exercise. And the liver is another incredibly powerful organ, very associated with our emotions. It also works with our hormones. It's a detoxifying organ, does a lot of work, the liver. And this is a beautiful move. It's actually one I love doing on the dance floor as well, because it's so fluid. Once you get into these nice circles, so you're moving your weight to the opposite side of the extended arm, facing down, palm facing towards your face, the opposite hand. Nice, fluid circles. Let me just check on how you're all doing. Okay, Georgie, I want you to have a little look at how I'm doing this. Okay, so this hand comes up and then it extends, turns over and extends out, and this one follows. And then the one comes across in front of the face, and then it turns out and the palm faces down with the other one following. Slowing everything down, everyone, just nice and slowly, nice and gently. Great. That's it, guys. You've got it. Nice and fluid and gentle. So the breathing for this, you breathe in as the hand comes across the face and then out as you extend it. Breathing in and out and out. Weight on the opposite side to the extended arm. Moving from side to side. Gently flowing, softly, everything relaxed. and you're just doing your best. That's all that matters, is doing your best without getting frustrated. I don't know if I'm doing this right, or it doesn't feel right. Just doing your best. Because it'll all be helping in some way, in some capacity. Breathing in and out. In and out. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to finish off with a few circles, doing a couple each side. And when the final one is extended out to the other side, you take a circle and bring the hands back down to the starting position. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to do now all of these exercises in free flow. We're going to do, for example, the hard exercise. We'll just do 3 to each side. We'll do 6 circles, and yeah, we'll just do a nice free flow where I'll just guide you through from start to finish before we finish for the day. Okay, getting into your nice starting position. Feet are nice, hip and shoulder distance apart, hands facing the earth, tucking the tailbone, just grounding yourself in this moment. And we're going to start by moving to the right-hand side with the fire element of the 5 elements. So breathing in, the breathing out as we push the hand forward, breathing in as we come back, and breathing out as we bring the hand over the arm to the other side, to the left side, pushing the right hand out, coming back to the front, and then the hand coming over the right arm and back down. That's 2. Breathing in to the other side, pushing out, breathing in as you come back to the front, and breathing out, bringing the hand over the arm. Breathing in to the left side, breathing out, breathing in and out. 2 more. 1 more to the right, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in as we come back to the front, and out as we bring the hand over the arm. And last one to the left, breathing in, pushing the right hand out, coming back to the front, and breathing out again. Beautiful. And straight into rowing the boat in the middle of the lake. We bend down gently. We open the palms towards the front of the room. We do a big circle, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. In and out. 3 to go. Breathing in and out. In and out. Last one. Nice breath in and out. Bringing the hands back down to the starting position. And now wave hands over the lake, raising the hands up to shoulder height, breathing in and out. And out. In and out. And 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. And now we do wave hands in the clouds. So we're going to start to the right hand side, bringing the hand up into place and extending it out to the left side. And then to the other. That's 2. Breathing in and then breathing out. And to the other side, breathing in and out. And last one, breathing in and out. And then just bringing the hands back down to starting position. Beautiful. Then we're going to do the reverse of the closing and opening and closing sequence. So just bringing our fingertips together in front of our belly button, breathing in, turning the backs of the hands towards each other and breathing out through the mouth, getting rid of any perverse chi. Breathing in the good energy and the good chi, and breathing out. Last one. And breathing out. Hands on the belly, right hand on the bottom, left hand on top. Slight bend in the knees, breathing in. Standing up with a breath hold, and then breathing out. We come back down. Breathing in, standing up, and breathing out. Breathing in, standing up, and breathing out. And just coming into hollowed armpits, hollowed hands, and just we're going to look straight ahead, looking without looking, and taking 3 breaths in and out through the nose here. Nice relaxed position. And just taking a few seconds just to stand here still, just feeling the benefits of today's practice. And then just going to bow out for the day, feet in 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, hands by the side. Rolling back onto your thumbs. Bring your left hand under your right hand, thumbs together. Make a gentle fist with the left hand, cover it with the right. Then bring your hands back towards your heart. Back down to the start. And then just taking 1 small step back with the left foot and the right foot. And then just bowing down to everybody in the class today and to our teachers. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this session. Happy to take any questions, any feedback. This will be recorded and up on the platform. It is recorded. It'll be up on the platform in the next couple of days. Yeah, but really appreciate any feedback if anyone wants to say anything right now.
That was really awesome, Amanda. Thank you.
Good.
One
Thanks,
thing I
Fiona.
wanted to know was, when we're doing the exercises, we're breathing in through our nose. Are we breathing out through our nose or our mouth?
Pretty much all the exercises in and out through the nose. The only one where I suggest is I'll generally prompt you if to breathe out through the mouth. Like, for example, that sweeping the grass at the beginning where I said breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the only other one is when we did the opening and closing ceremony where we're getting rid of any stagnant chi, where we're opening up. And so it's breathing in and then out through the mouth. But otherwise, everything is pretty much in and out through the nose with Qigong, unless otherwise prompted to do otherwise. Tom is one of my all-time favorite teachers, and he is also the author of the Draw Breath book. and also the founder of the Aria Breath Musical Library, which is what we've been doing, the coherent breathing to the music. So he's going to guide us on a session for just a bit over an hour on the 10th of June, which will be just amazing. Super excited to have him aboard. Cool.
Thank you.
All right, look, thank you so much, everyone. Great to see you all. Wishing you a pleasant evening, a good sleep,